Hi students, welcome to SP Chemistry. In today's session, we will study Class 10, Subject Science, Chapter 1, Chemical Reactions and Equations, Concept, Chemical Equations, Subconcept, Balancing of Chemical Equations. At the end of this session, the learners will be able to identify chemical reactions, write chemical equations, and can balance different types of chemical equations. Let us start chemical reactions and equations part 1. Contents are chemical reactions, chemical equation, writing a chemical equation, balanced chemical equations, and how to balance a chemical equation. So first of all, we should know what are chemical reactions. A chemical reaction is a process where the reactant gets converted into a product. Reactant means the substances which react are known as reactants, and the new substance formed is known as product. Here I have taken an example of chemical reaction, burning of magnesium ribbon. That means when magnesium ribbon burns in air, it reacts with oxygen to form a white color substance known as magnesium oxide. This is an example of a chemical reaction. How do we identify a chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is identified by some observations. Those observations are change in state, change in color, change in odor. Odor means smell. You might have observed in your daily life, when milk is left at room temperature during summers, the smell is changed. When food is cooked, when grapes get fermented, also we observe change in odor. Chemical reaction may be accompanied with evolution of gas and change in temperature. So these are the observations by which we can identify a chemical reaction. Activity for a chemical reaction. This activity we can perform in our lab, that is reaction of zinc with sulfuric acid. When zinc granules are taken, zinc reacts with this colorless liquid, it's known as dilute sulfuric acid. It forms zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. And hydrogen gas is a colorless gas which can be tested with a burning matchstick. When burning matchstick is brought, it burns with a pop sound. So in this way, we can perform this experiment in our lab. Chemical equations. What are chemical equations? Chemical equations are word equations which show change of reactants to products through an arrow between them. Here, if we consider burning of magnesium ribbon, magnesium is a reactant, reacts with oxygen, and magnesium and oxygen, these are reactants, and reactants are written on left hand side. And the new substance formed, that is magnesium oxide, it is a product. Products are written on right hand side. And in between reactants and product, an arrow is given. And this arrow head points towards the product, which shows the direction of the reaction. In this way, chemical equations are written. So how to write a chemical equation? So chemical equations can be made more concise and useful if we use formula instead of words. If we consider magnesium ribbon, burning of magnesium ribbon, instead of Mg, a magnesium we can write Mg, instead of oxygen we can write O2, and magnesium oxide is formed as a product. Instead of magnesium oxide you can write MgO. It is the formula of magnesium oxide. And if we observe here, this equation is not a balanced one. Here are number of oxygen atoms 2, but in product side only one oxygen atom is there. That means this equation is not a balanced chemical equation. So this is a skeletal chemical equation. So what are balanced chemical equations? As we have already studied earlier, according to law of conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. All the chemical reactions follow law of conservation of mass. That means the total mass of the elements present in products of a chemical reaction has to be equal to the total mass of the elements present in reactant side. Or we can say number of atoms of each element remains same before and after a chemical reaction. If we consider here this reaction, in reactant only one zinc atom is there, and in product also one zinc atom is there in zinc sulfate. Hydrogen, here 2 hydrogen atoms are there. In product side 2 hydrogen atoms are there. In reactant side 1 sulfur atom is present in sulfuric acid, and in zinc sulfate also 1 sulfur atom is present. And 4 oxygen atoms are there in sulfuric acid, and in zinc sulfate also 4 oxygen atoms are there. So we can say this is a balanced chemical equation. But how to balance a chemical equation? Let us try to balance the reaction of rusting of iron. In rusting of iron, when iron reacts with water, it forms iron oxide, Fe3O4. This is ferroso-ferric oxide. It is a mixed oxide of ferrous oxide and ferric oxide. Ferrous oxide is FeO and ferric oxide is Fe2O3. And if we mix these two oxides, we get ferroso-ferric oxide. Fe3O4 is the composition of rust, and hydrogen gases evolve in this reaction. So how to balance this skeletal chemical equation? Some steps are to be followed. Step 1. To balance a chemical reaction, first we need to draw boxes around each formula without disturbing anything. So here boxes are drawn. Fe plus H2O, it gives Fe3O4 and H2. This is the step 1. Then step 2, what we have to do? We have to list the number of atoms of different elements present in the unbalanced equation. In this reaction, if we see here, atoms present in reactant side Fe, hydrogen, H and oxygen. Elements present in this reaction. Then we have to write number of atoms of each element in reactant side. Here iron, how many? 1 atom is present in reactant side. Then hydrogen, how many? 2. Here 2. And oxygen, in 1 water molecule 1 oxygen atom is present. So here 1 oxygen atom is there in reactant side. Now let us move to product side. In Fe3O4, how many iron atoms? 3. Here also 3. How many oxygen atoms? Here 4. Here 4. how many hydrogen atoms are there? In product side 2, right? So in this way, in step 2, we have to write the number of atoms of different elements present in the unbalanced chemical equation. Then in step 3, we have to balance the compound that contains the maximum number of atoms. If we consider this reaction, in this reaction Fe3O4 is the compound. It contains maximum number of atoms, Fe3O4. And which atom is maximum? The element oxygen is maximum because there are 4 oxygen atoms in Fe3O4. So we need to balance the oxygen atom first. So we have to count atoms of oxygen. In reactant side, in water molecule, how many atoms of oxygen? Only 1. And in product side, Fe3O4, how many oxygen atoms? 4 oxygen atoms are there. So to balance number of oxygen atoms, we have to multiply 4 in the reactant side. Here you can see 4 is multiplied without disturbing anything inside the box. Now oxygen atom is balanced. Still, hydrogen and iron atoms are not balanced. So in next step, we have to balance the unbalanced atoms. Let us balance hydrogen atoms in the partly balanced equation. So to equalize number of hydrogen atoms, we have to count number of hydrogen atoms in reactant side. In 4H2O, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 4H2, that means 8 hydrogen atoms. And in product side, in H2 molecule, 2 hydrogen atoms are there. So to make it 8, we have to multiply 4 in the product side because 8 atoms of hydrogen are there in reactant side. So we need to balance the number of hydrogen atoms in the product side. We have to multiply 4 in the product side. Now oxygen and hydrogen are balanced. Still iron is not balanced. So next step, we have to pick up the element which is still not balanced. So in this reaction, iron is not balanced. Atoms of iron we have to count in reactant side. Only 1 in reactant side, and in product side Fe3O4, 3 iron atoms are there. So to make it 3, we need to multiply 3 in the reactant side. Here you can see 3 is multiplied. Now iron atoms are also balanced. So next step, we have to check the correctness of the balanced equation. We have to count number of atoms of each element. Here you can see 3 Fe, that means 3 iron atoms in reactant, and in product Fe3O4 also 3 iron atoms are there. And in reactant side 4H2O, 4H2 hydrogen atoms, 8 hydrogen atoms, and in product side 8 hydrogen atoms. And in 4H2O, 4 oxygen atoms are there, and in Fe3O4, 4 oxygen atoms are there. Now this equation is a balanced chemical equation, and this method of balancing is known as heat and trial method. Why? Because we make some trials to balance the equation by multiplying some smallest whole number coefficient. That is why this method of balancing is known as heat and trial method. So dear students, we have to write the symbols of physical state also in the reaction to make the chemical equation more informative. So physical states, as we know, 3 states of matter: solids, liquids and gases. And in the chemical reaction, we need to mention S for solids, L for liquids, G for gases. And if the reactants and products are associated with water, we can mention AQ. Aqua means water. right? So this equation may be written as 3Fe within bracket S. That means iron exists as solid and water gaseous. Why gaseous? What it indicates? That means it indicates that in this reaction water is used in the form of steam. That is why G is written. And Fe3O4 in solid state, ferrosulfuric oxide, and 4H2 hydrogen in gaseous state. Sometimes the reaction conditions are also mentioned above or below the arrow. Here if we see reaction conditions like temperature, pressure, catalyst are mentioned. Here carbon monoxide in gaseous state reacts with 2H2 in gaseous 340 atm. That means 340 atmosphere. This is the condition of pressure. And methyl alcohol is formed in liquid state. Another example you can see the reaction of photosynthesis 6CO2. AQ is written since carbon dioxide is associated with water, reacts with 12H2O and water in liquid state, and reaction conditions are in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and products are glucose. Since glucose is associated with water, AQ is written. 6O2 oxygen also associated with water, AQ, and 6H2O and water in liquid state. That is why L is written. So in this way chemical equations are balanced. So dear students, here are some evaluative questions for you. Question number 1. Why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in air? That means before burning, why magnesium ribbon gets cleaned? Because as you know, magnesium ribbon gets covered with a layer of magnesium oxide when kept in air for a long time, and this layer hinders the burning of magnesium. That is why it is to be cleaned before burning. Right? Then question number 2. Write the balanced equation for the following reactions. First one, hydrogen. Instead of hydrogen, we can write H2 plus chlorine. Instead of chlorine, you can write Cl2. Hydrogen chloride, we can write HCl. Then we need to balance one. In H2, 2 hydrogen atoms are present, and in chlorine, 2 chlorine atoms are present. But in hydrogen chloride, 1 atom of H and 1 atom of chlorine. So we need to balance 2 in the product side. So that equation will be H2 plus Cl2 gives 2 HCl. Right? Then next question, barium chloride. Instead of barium chloride, you can write BaCl2, aluminum sulfate, Al2SO4 whole 3, barium sulfate, BaSO4, and aluminum chloride, AlCl3. This is the skeletal chemical equation. But to write the balanced chemical equation, we need to multiply some whole numbers so that this equation will be 3 BaCl2 plus Al2SO4 whole 3, and products are 3 BaSO4 plus 2 AlCl3. So that equation is balanced. Then next question, sodium. Instead of sodium, you can write Na. Water, we can write H2O. Sodium hydroxide, you can write NaOH, and hydrogen gas H2 you can write. And to balance, we have to multiply 2 Na plus 2 H2O. In the reactant side, multiply 2, and in product side, only 2 NaOH. Here we have to multiply 2 NaOH plus H2. Now the equation is balanced. Then let us come to question number 3. Write a balanced chemical equation with state or symbols for the following reactions. That means in this reaction we have to mention the state. Solutions of barium chloride BaCl2 and sodium sulfate Na2SO4 in water. In water, that means we have to mention within bracket aqua, and the products are insoluble barium sulfate, that is BaSO4, and the solution of sodium chloride. All these are associated with water, so we have to mention BaCl2 within bracket Aq plus sodium sulfate Na2SO4 within bracket Aq react to give insoluble barium sulfate. This is a precipitate. BaSO4 state is solid, and solution of sodium chloride NaCl, since associated with water we have to write Aq within bracket, and to balance just we need to multiply 2 in sodium chloride. Then the equation will be balanced one. Then let us discuss the last question for you. Sodium hydroxide solution in water. Sodium hydroxide you can write NaOH, and in water means within bracket Aq react with hydrochloric acid solution in water. That means HCl within bracket Aq, and to produce sodium chloride solution and water. So the equation will be NaOH Aq plus HCl within bracket Aq gives NaCl Aq plus H2O, water exists in liquid state. So dear students, these are answers to evaluative questions, and in next session we will discuss different types of chemical reactions. Thank you all.